Good day, good day, good day. Welcome back to our Plus One tutorial. If today is the first time of this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and then share the videos to many people. Make sure that you comment. Now, let's look at this particular question. Now, in the previous video, I talked about the formulas for AP. I explained AP or arithmetic progression, and then I talked about some of the formulas related to AP. Now, the formulas are, we have the formula for common difference, that is the second term and the first term, or the third term. The formula for common difference, we have the what? The second term and the first term, or the third term and the second term, or the fourth term and the third term, which is in general the same as Tn minus 1, right? And then we talk about the n term. Formula for the n term, that is a plus n minus 1 what d. Yes. Now this formula, and then we talk about another short formulas. T1 the same as the first term a. Now T2 the same as what? A plus d. Now this one can also be generated from here. We can generate this one from here. Yes. Now T3 is equal to what? A plus what? 2d. T100 the same as what? A plus what? 90. And this one's supposed to be at our fingertips, and we're going to use it. You're going to use them anyhow. Yes. Now for each particular question, I'm going to teach you how you can just utilize the formulas. Yes. Now let's look at this particular question. After that, I'll give you time for you to solve. Now let's look at this. Now the first question says we should write down the first four terms. The first four terms means we have the first term, the second term, the third term, and the fourth term. Yes. Of the linear sequence with first term, the first term 3. Don't forget that. Now question 1, don't forget the first term is T1, which is the same as A, and it is given as what? 3. The first term T1 or A, which is given as what? 3. And common difference 4. Don't forget the common difference is the same as the D, which is 4. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for the first 4 terms. So the first 4 terms means we have to get our first term, which is A. We need to get our second term. What is the formula for second term? Second term is what? A plus D, right? Now the A is 3 plus D, which is 4. Which means the second term is 4. Now let's move on to the third term. You know the third term has a formula A plus what? 2D. Go and visit the previous videos to know what I'm talking about. Yes, otherwise it will be something strange or something different for you. Now it means we need only the common difference and then the first term and the common difference. That is all. Okay. Now so let's see. A is 3 plus 2 times D. D is 4. So this one will give us what? Now 8 plus 3 will give us 11. Now the fourth term will give us A plus what? 3D. Right? Yes. Now the A is 3, and then the D is what? Is 4. Now this one will give us 12. 12 plus 3 will give us 15. It means the first 4 terms. That is the first term, second term, third term, and the fourth term is, the first term is 3. This one is 3. The first term is 3. So the first term 3, the second term 7, the third term 11, and then the fourth term, that is 15. This is the first 4 terms of the sequence. Now let's check the second question. Let's check the second question. So you see how simple it is. We can also use the general formula to find. Now let me use the general formula to find the fourth term. The general formula is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1d, right? So if I want to find the fourth term. The fourth term, this one, it means n is equal to 4. Because we have T sub n, this n is 4. Now we have the A to be 3, and then we have the D to be 4. So I just need to substitute, then we are done. So we have T, n is 4, fourth term, A is 3, plus D, n is what? n is 4 minus 1, the d is also 4. So that is another way we can solve. So we have t4 is equal to 3 plus 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. Multiplying the 4. Now what is 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. Which is the same as this one. So we can either use the formula or we use the shortcut. There are some point in time you're supposed to use the formula, some point in time you're supposed to use the short formula, then move on. The big formula and the short formula. Now let's move on to question number 2. Let me clean this one. Now question number 2. The question says, what is the 15th term of the sequence 3, 7, 11? So this one is infinite sequence. We are looking for the 15th term. So question 2, we have the sequence 3, 7, and then 11. This one is infinite sequence. We don't know the last number, so this number is up to the n times, up to infinity. Yes. Now what we are looking for is the 15th term. Now the 15th term means the number at the 15th position. That is the number of terms. Now the number of terms n is equal to what? 15. Don't forget that the 15th is the term. And the number of terms is the same as n. So n is 15. What is the first term? The first term is 3. Now what is the common difference? The common difference will be what? 7 minus 3, right? Or 11 minus 7. 7 minus 3 will give us 4. 11 minus 7 will also give us 4. Now this one, it depends on how you want to solve. Now the 15th term, I can just quote a direct formula. 15th term, U15, n is 15, has the formula a plus 14b, right? I hope you remember. That's why you need to be able to generate all the rest. You need to be able to generate the rest. So we have T15 is equal to, what is A? A is 3. 14, what is D? D is 4. Now, so at this point, we have 14 times. So we have 3 plus. Now what is 14 times 4? Now 4 is 16, so 6, 1 plus is 56. So what will be the 15th term? The 15th term will be what? 59. So which means the number at the 15th position is 59. When we count the number from 1, 2, 3, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, the one at the 15th, that number of terms is what? 59. Now another way we can solve this one is by using the formula Cn is equal to a plus n minus 1 what? D. Don't forget that this one and this one are the same because the n here is 15. Now when n is 15, 15 minus 1 will give us 14. So here will be a plus 14d, which is the same as this. So if I want to use this one, I will just write T, n is 15, a is 3, n is 15 minus 1, d is 4. So everything will be 3 plus 15 minus 1 is 14 multiplied by 4. This one by is going to get 56, so everything will give us 59. So we have so many ways we can solve this particular question. Now let's move on to question number 3. Follow me closely and then make sure you solve more questions. It is very simple. Now, question number 3. Find the 20th term of this equation. Don't forget that we are doing AP, Arithmetic Progression. So all the questions here, they are all A. Now, question 3. Now we have 1 out of 2. We have 5 out of 6. Now, then we have one whole number 1 out of 6. Now, convert this one to improper fraction, we are going to get 7 out of what? 7 out of 6. 7 out of 6. Now let's confirm the question whether everything is in that. Now let's check the common difference here. The common difference will be what? 5 over 6 minus 1 out of 2. The second term minus the first term. Or it is 7 out of 6 minus what? 5 out of what? 6. Now this one will give us what? This one will give us 2 out of what? 6. The same as 1 out of 3. This one will give us 2 out of 6, which is 1 out of 3. So let's what we can get 1 out of 6 here. Now this one will give us what? 5 minus what? 3. Now divided by 6. Which is the same as 2 out of 6, 1 out of 3. So the same thing. We are getting the same thing. Now, so I'm going to choose this one as a common ratio. It has a common difference 1 out of 3. Now, since the question didn't mention that this one is AP, I need to test for it in full. Now, what is the first term? The first term A is now 1 out of 2. And that is what we need. What are we looking for? Now, don't forget that this one is infinite sequence. Now we are looking for the 20th term, so I want to go straight away. 20th term, 220 is the same as what? A plus 19D. Don't forget, this one's supposed to be at the fingertips. Now we have A, which is 1 out of 2, plus 19 times D. D is 1 out of what? 1 out of 3. Yes, because we're looking for the 20th term. Now we have 1 out of 2 plus 19 out of 3. Now we just have to find the LCM and then we go. So this one give us what? Now so you can just point this one in the calculator to get the answer. So the answer will give us what? 3 multiplying 1 plus 19 multiplying 1, 2. You need to relax and solve this one nicely. So T20 will give us, now 3 times 1 is 3, and then 19 times 2, 18, 30, 38, all divided by 6. So everything will give us what? 41 divided by 6. So that's the 20th term. Very simple like that. 20th term. Make sure you use calculator to solve. That is the 20th term. Now, let's move on to question number 4. Let's move on to question number 4. Question number 4. You know, we have another way we can solve this one, but I just want to use the simplest method. Now, let's move on to question number 4. Find the 11th term of the sequence with first term 1 whole number 1 out of 2. So the first term here is 1 whole number 1 out of 2. This one to improper fraction is same as 3 out of 2. And the common difference of 2. So common difference D is equal to 2. Now what are we looking for? We are looking for the 11th term. So that is T11. And what is T11? It is A plus what? 10D. Don't forget, A plus 10D. So T11 is equal to A, which is 3 out of 2, 10, D is 2. So we have 3 out of 2 plus 2 times 10 is 20. So T11 will give us what? That's 11th term. Will give us what? 3 plus 2 times will give us 40 all divided by 2. So the whole thing will give us what? 43 divided by 2. So it is just as simple as that. I'm just writing this one to boost your understanding. Make sure you follow and you solve more questions. Now let's move on to the last question. That is the fifth question. Now look at the fifth question clearly. Look at it very clearly. You can pause the video then. You solve it. You copy it nicely. Now, Find the number of terms. Now this question is different. It says we should find the number of terms. Number of terms in the sequence. Now let's look at the sequence. We have 5, 2. We have minus 1, minus what? 58. Now I hope you understand this one. The first term is 5. Second term is 2. Third term is 3. And this one means there are more numbers up to the last number being negative or 58. So this one is a finite sequence. This type of sequence is a finite sequence. And the last number is known. You don't forget. The last number or the nth term is known. You get it? Yes. So let's see how we can solve. So with this one, since the last number is known, I can't use any formula for it unless I use the general formula. And what's the general formula? Now I have the A to be 5. Now I have the D to be what? 2 minus 5, which is negative 3. Because the second term minus the first term, or this one minus this one, negative 3. Another way. Now what is this one? This one is the last number or the nth term. So the nth term or the last number is negative 58. Don't forget. I think I explained this one in our video, previous video. Make sure you follow closely. Now we have the formula. The nth term is equal to what? A plus n minus 1d. Don't forget. And what are you looking for? You look for number of terms. And what's the number of terms? The number of terms is the n. Don't forget that I defined the variables in the question. Now, so let's move on. Now the Tn is now negative 58. Don't forget that there is no way we get a negative number for number of terms. Number of terms is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and we don't have a negative position. So sometimes some of the questions relate to quadratic equation. Now when the question leads to quadratic equation and then you get a negative answer for a number of terms, you have to know that the answer is wrong. You ignore the negative answers and then take the positive answers rather. Yes, so take notes. Now what is A? A is 5, the first time is 5. We don't know n, we are looking for n. The D is negative 3. So at this point we can easily solve. Negative 3 times n will give us negative 3, and negative 3 times negative 1 will give us plus 3. So at this point we can add this and this. We're going to have negative 58 is equal to, now 5 plus 3 will give us 8 minus 50 minus 3n. We are still solving for n. So we just group like them, then we get the value for n. So we have 3n is equal to what? 8 plus what? 58. So 3n will give us what? 8 plus 58 will give us what? Now this one will give us 66. Then what will be n? 66 divided by 3. Then n is equal to 22. Now this one means that when we take the number from 5 to negative 58, we have 22 numbers within. So that's the number of terms. We have 22 terms. Yes. All the questions comes in different ways. So you look at the question very well, then how you can tackle it. So we are just manipulating this one using only the AP, the formula, and then the shortcut formulas. Now I'm going to give you some try questions for you to try, and then send the answers to me in the comment section. Now, question number 1. Find the 11th term of the sequence. Find. So, try question. Make sure you solve it to me. Let your answer be at the comment section. You can also check my number. You send an answer to me on my WhatsApp. Yes, you know my number already. So 0557 886424. You can also send the answer to me on WhatsApp. Yes, but make sure you send the answer to me in the comment section. Yeah. Now question 1. Find the 11th term of the sequence. Find the 11th term of the sequence with first term with first term one whole number 1 out of 2 and common difference. Negative 7 out of 4. Now question number 2. Find the 12th term of the sequence. Find the 12th term of the sequence. So I'm going to give you the sequence. The first one is 8. The second one is the whole number 1 out of 4. The third one is 6 whole number 1 out of 2. In that order. Now the last one, question number 3. Question number 3. Find number of terms in the sequence. Find the number of in the sequence 2, 7, 12, up to the last number. The last number is 42. Make sure you like the video, then you share. Please share the video. Recommend the video to many people. See you in the next video. Next video, we are going to solve another set of questions under arithmetic progression. See you. Bye.